They say there's a molecule inside you right now that could reverse aging, not slow it down, reverse it. The same compound that powered your cells when you were 20 is quietly running out as you age. And according to the new wave of biohackers and longevity doctors, the secret to youth isn't in your DNA, it's in refilling your body's NAD. It's called the molecule of immortality. And for just $800 a session, they promise you can feel reborn. They say NAD drips can repair your DNA, rejuvenate your mitochondria, detox your brain, supercharge focus, energy, and even heal addiction. Some clinics call it cellular reboot therapy, others reverse aging IV. And if you scroll through Instagram, you'll see celebrities mid-drip, eyes closed, captioned, recharging my cells. The narrative is intoxicating. Your cells age because they lose NAD, so if you top it up, you turn back time. But is that true? Or is this just another expensive wellness fairy tale, spun from one Harvard lab and a very persuasive Australian accent? The story begins in 2013. A group of Harvard scientists led by David Sinclair injected a molecule called NMN into elderly mice. The results? Within a week, the mice muscles looked young again, mitochondria were humming, energy levels restored. It was as if someone hit Command Z on aging. The paper published in Cell made headlines worldwide. Harvard scientists reverse aging in mice. It wasn't technically wrong, just wildly oversimplified. Sinclair became the face of longevity. He went on to co-found companies Certris, Metro Biotech, Life Biosciences, all chasing ways to raise NAD and activate sirtuins, the so-called longevity genes. Certris was bought by GlaxoSmithKline for $720 million. The dream was irresistible, a pill that mimics calorie restriction, reverses aging, and keeps you forever young. And then came the podcast moment. Sinclair appeared on the Joe Rogan Experience in 2019. He told millions he takes NMN daily along with resveratrol and metformin. He said he feels younger and that his biological age is lower than his actual age. Cue chaos. Google searches for NMN supplements skyrocketed. Biohackers flooded Reddit. And NAD became the new vitamin C, only sexier, pricier, and backed by Harvard. It started with oral NAD boosters like NMN and NR, that's nicotinamide riboside. Then someone in the wellness industry had a brilliant idea. If oral works, imagine what IV could do. Soon, NAD drip lounges popped up from Los Angeles to Singapore. They marketed as cellular rejuvenation therapy, mitochondria detox, DNA repair infusion. They claimed a few hours on the drip could boost energy, heal brain fog, ease depression, and reverse aging at the cellular level. Some even said NAD IV therapy could cure addiction, citing a handful of anecdotal case reports with no control groups. The marketing was sleek, luxury recliners, eucalyptus towels, and Instagram influencers tagging NAD live. You could buy packages, 6 drips for a cell reset, 12 for use restoration, and there was just one small problem. No one really knew if it worked. Let's take a look at what actual research shows. First, NAD is important. It fuels the enzymes that repair DNA, produce energy, and keep mitochondria healthy. It's true that NAD levels decline with age, but raising NAD in humans isn't so simple. Oral precursors like NR and MNM have been tested in small human trials. A Nature Communications study in 2018 found that NR raised NAD by about 60% and slightly improved arterial stiffness. Larger studies confirmed NAD increases, but no real-world benefits. For NMN, a science study in 2021 found a modest boost in muscle insulin sensitivity in 25 women. No increase in muscle NAD itself. Subsequent trials, often industry-funded, found NAD levels rose in the blood, but not necessarily in cells. So the translation is the molecule gets in, but not necessarily where it needs to go. So yes, NAD boosters do raise NAD levels, but whether that translates to anti-aging effects, still an open question. No human study has shown extended lifespan, improved cognition, or reversal of aging markers. And then there's the IV version. One 6-hour infusion study gave about 750 milligrams of NAD. Researchers measured levels before, during, and after the drip. During the infusion, NAD spiked, but by the next day, most of it had broken down into nicotinamide and was excreted in urine. No evidence it entered cells, no sustained increase in NAD stores. The only consistent effect nausea, flushing, chest tightness, and cramps, especially when infused too quickly. So yes, NAD infusions do raise NAD in your bloodstream temporarily, and then you quite literally pee it out. That's your $800 cellular reset, a spike, a flush, and a fancy bag of expensive urine. So how did this turn from science to spectacle? It's the perfect storm. A credible scientist at a prestigious institution, a molecule with a great backstory, and ancient cellular mysterious. The Joe Rogan effect, millions of years hungry for hope. A wellness industry ready to turn molecules into money. The science didn't have to prove anything, it just had to sound plausible. And here's the irony. The lifestyle habits Sinclair originally started, fasting, exercise, good sleep, all naturally raise NAD for free. But those don't make for sexy marketing. Drips do. So here's the truth. NAD is real. The decline with age is real. Boosting NAD in blood is possible through NMN, NR, or even IV. But proving that it slows or reverses aging in humans, that's still science fiction. For now, NAD drips are more show than substance, a glittering placebo with good branding. They might give you a temporary buzz, but they won't turn back your biological clock. If you want to preserve your NAD naturally, sleep on time, move your body, lift something heavier than your phone, eat less often, not less food. Those are the interventions with actual evidence, not a price tag attached to a bag of saline. The NAD story is a microcosm of the wellness industry, a grain of science, a sprinkle of celebrity, and a flood of marketing. Because in the end, the real anti-aging secret was never in the Harvard lab. It's in the ordinary choices we make every day. I'm Dr. Low Chai Ling, and this was Chai Files, where we separate the evidence from the expensive.